It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's Rave TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, it's Gary and
Steph.
and we are coming to you live from the InfoComm 2021 show floor. This is Rave TV.
Rave TV. We come to you every Wednesday, normally at noon Eastern, but we wanted to do...
Today's Thursday.
Yeah, today's Thursday, so we wanted to do something special during InfoComm, so we're doing short little versions of Rave TV
Every
each day.
Every day.
So
we did yesterday's. If
we
you
did.
missed that, go to our website, check it out, ravepubs.com. If you're on today, it is Thursday at noon. We're coming to you live from the InfoComm show floor, but we are actually, by the way, I should say, we're coming to you live on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and ravepubs.com.
Ravepubs.com. There's a little pop-up. If you go to the homepage, you can click it and watch. So you can literally watch like pretty much anywhere.
And comment. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And hey, we're gonna get your notes. We're gonna see your notes. If you comment, let us know what you think, where you want us to go on the show floor. If you're hearing rumors about things, some of them might be true, some of them might not be true, but let us know what you think, what you're hearing. We'll tell you if it's true or not on the show floor. First off, I'm impressed. I mean, here's the floor is small.
Yes.
We talked about this yesterday.
Well, we've talked about that it's not necessarily like super tiny or anything, but that it's more intimate. It's pared down. Like I would call it intimate and pared down before. I was like, it's tiny. Like it's not. It's still like
Madeline called it InfoComm Light. I like that.
Yeah, InfoComm Light.
Yeah,
that's what it is compared to a normal year.
Yeah, and so the floor is about 10% of the normal size.
Yeah.
And the number of attendees walking around here, I'm going to guess, was 4,000 or 5,000 people yesterday.
Yep.
But here's what I'm hearing consistently from every booth is that the quality is good, meaning the people that are here are management level, C-suite level, decision makers. And in the case of a decision maker, they usually come to a show and they don't look at the products. They're usually more worried about meetings and relationships. They're all of a sudden wandering in a booth like this, the HDBaseT booth, which is full of technology, and it's something you have to understand. You have to keep up with. It changes all the time. They're actually taking the time to learn about the stuff that they don't even know, even though they make a lot of money selling it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the year to sit down and ask the questions that you don't normally have time to ask.
Yeah,
like this year for me, I mean, I've talked about it to you before. During a normal InfoComm, I do not have time to walk the show floor. I don't have time to say hey to anybody. I am doing my job, and I don't get no breaks. But this year, someone was like, oh, you don't have something to do for a couple hours. Why don't you go walk the show floor? And I was like, I get to walk the show floor? And it was so great. Like, I got to see people that I hadn't seen since, like, pre-COVID, and I wouldn't have had time to do that.
Yeah,
it's
true. I'm enjoying it. I like the fact that it's small. I mean, I want the big shows to come back. I want it to be big.
Well, for sure.
I like
I mean, like, that's obviously, like, the end goal, right?
Yeah.
But I think that this was a really good one to kind of get us prepared.
Yep.
Like, I don't know that I am in regular show shape right now. Like, I don't know that I was prepared mentally
you're
to be.
To do the cartwheel at the end of the day.
I'm not doing a cartwil. I hate to break it to you. We just gonna have
We need someone to do a cartwheel. We have this audience around us here.
No one's gonna do a cartwheel.
No one's come over and do a cartwheel. Okay. Look, in fact, this is what's cool about a small show.
Yeah.
We're here in the HDBaseT booth. No company has had a bigger impact on our market the last decade than HDBaseT as an organization and Valens as a company. Valens as a company. Valens. We're going to actually figure out what the heck it's actually called there. Because you look at it, I don't know, there's a couple of hundred companies using this technology out there. That's a big deal, and it's a transmit. By the way, I know you have a question about the transmission system.
I do.
We're gonna ask that.
I do have a question about the transmission
but
system.
the show is small enough that we can actually get the dude from HDBaseT who runs it all to come and join us on the show, Gabby.
Hi, Gabby.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hello there.
Thanks for. We got to stand over a little bit. There you go.
Let's
got to make sure we're
space.
socially distanced properly because we're like television broadcast. By the way, for those of you who commented on Twitter, we're not wearing a mask because we are isolated from everyone else. We are vaccinated. And we'll put our masks back on as soon as we leave the studio here.
As soon as we are no longer recording, we put them back on. And
Gabby, I have some questions for you. First off, congratulations on your success. I mentioned just a second ago when you were walking over here that I can't imagine another company's had a bigger impact on our market. Kind of maybe Audinate and HDBaseT, probably the two organizations that have had the biggest impact on our market. So first off, congratulations on that. Second, congratulations as you've moved the company to the next level with an investment, gone public. Talk about sort of the state of HDBaseT right now.
First, thank you for the compliments. And yes, we are a public company now, which is great news for us because we'll get an inject of money that we can pool into the company to accelerate development of many different products we have in mind. For those of you who do not know Valens deeply enough, we were the one founding the HDBaseT Alliance together with Samsung, LG, and Sony Pictures. We are the one that are basically driving the HDBaseT technology together with the HDBaseT Alliance. Valens has two different business units. One is the audio video, which I manage, and another one is tailored for automotive market. And that's a whole new thing that we should talk about.
Yeah, we should. In fact, I think a lot of people don't even realize that. Now, I happen to have worked for Harman years ago, and I knew what they were doing in the automobile business, and I understood the network they were creating in the car. And I bet if you had a car 10, 15, 20 years ago, you had Harman's network system inside the car. And what you're doing is you're providing an alternative to that that's quite a bit more sophisticated, because the level of communications is at a higher level, and video. Cars are being driven by video now, and you go into any electric car, any of the new cars, you see video everywhere. So HDBaseT is playing a big part of that. Talk about what you're doing there.
Great. So I think that if we think 20 years down the road, autonomous driving cars are out there, and we are as passengers can enjoy a living room experience in the car.
Watching movies,
playing games, doing whatever things you shouldn't do. And you need a reliable, high bandwidth audio, video, and more than that, network to do that. In addition, you will need a very sophisticated, reliable camera and sensor distribution.
Right.
And this is where we come into play.
Yeah, and you'll be able to do that throughout the whole car. So you'll be able to manage what's interesting here is you have the future of being able to manage not just the entertainment system,
right,
but also the control of communications in the car, but also informing the driver to keep the car safer.
Right.
So you could become like a hub for all the communications.
We are
in the
the
car.
infrastructure for ADAS and infotainment both. And the good news about it for the audio-video industry is that the technology that will be developed for the automotive will find itself also in the audio-video markets. We already have a great example of that. We are shipping today the VA6000, which is a USB gigabit Ethernet and audio combined on one single pair of wires in Daimler cars. This is public information.
Mercedes,
yes. The 2020 models already have that in there. And we took that same device and we tailored it for the audio-video market, because obviously now COVID and the video conferencing peripherals like web cameras, USB cameras are in need, right? And extending it using the VA6000 was a great offering, cheap, low power.
Yeah, in fact, that's a big issue right now. If you're looking for a way to fix the USB extension and distribution issues, there's your product. Like think about all those companies building transmitter receivers with USB and how complicated and how expensive it is.
It is expensive.
Here's the solution. And by the way, thanks for the investment from the team of those of you who bought stock in HDBaseT, because they now have blue LEDs around all the signs that make it actually look really cool. It's a three-dimensional look to it, which I love. Everyone knows in my company that I love blue LEDs. I go crazy. The company that invented the blue LED is Cree, based in North Carolina. So of course I have this sort of passion for them.
Yep.
But,
let me add one more thing about the automotive products that we are developing.
Go ahead.
We are sampling today the next generation camera serial interface extension. These are the interfaces needed to connect the camera, high bandwidth camera, to the main computer for the car.
Yep.
And we're going to take that into the meeting room, into the industrial, into the other markets that need camera extension.
Yeah, and that's going to be funny. The people out here, the directors out here are like, Gary, you need to hold your microphone farther away because you're loud. And they're telling Gabby, you need to hold your microphone closer because we can't hear you. And we're also on the show floor here.
Yeah, we are.
So Gabby, you got to put the microphone right here.
We're trying to figure it out.
Right here.
The perfect placement.
Yeah.
I have a deployment question really quick about HDBaseT. This is just something that I've been wondering, and I've been arguing with everyone about it. So the preferred cable for HDBaseT deployment, is that unshielded Cat5e?
So the preferred category cable for these type, for now application installation and future, is always Cat6a.
Okay.
Depending on the bandwidth, depending on the distance that you want to transfer through that cable, Cat5e can do all the way to Cat6a, depending what you're planning to do.
But preferred,
in some cases,
preferred is Cat6.
Cat6a.
Okay, shielded?
And the preference could be either shielded or unshielded, depending on your installation. If you're in a very noisy environment, go for shielded.
Yeah.
If it's not, go for the simpler.
Go for it.
Finally, HDBaseT 3. What is
Yeah.
that?
So we've been launching HDBaseT 3. Unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to have live events like this,
Yep.
and we are so happy to see you full body, you guys. It's great. You do have a torso,
Exactly.
and everything is great.
Yeah.
So we did not have a chance to show the number of products already in the market or about to hit the market. HDBaseT 3 is the only solution that can transfer or distribute 4K 60 444 uncompressed the full distance. 100
So it's
meter.
18 gig?
18 gig.
Okay.
It is also capable on top of the HDMI 2.0 content to deliver the USB, gigabit Ethernet, audio control.
All
and also
together
power.
on
all
one
together
port.
on one cable.
All right, that's perfect. Awesome. HDBaseT.org, HDBaseT.org, HDBaseT.org. You're using it, maybe not even knowing you're using it, because a lot of these companies say, well, we have
Right.
UTP delivery systems.
By the
and
way, we
campfires.
have a few thousands of customers, I believe, not
Yeah.
hundreds.
Oh, I don't know.
Very
I just
cool.
said at least
Yeah.
200. But
200 members
in our
and
yeah, no, 200 members.
unbelievably
There you go,
more.
200
Yeah,
members.
you're right.
But what's cool is you have a directory on there, but you also have a cross-reference compatibility on there. Gabby, thank you for joining us.
Thank you
And
very
by the
much.
way, thanks
Yeah.
for letting us use your studio here.
It was
and we're
pleasure.
happy to have
Yeah.
Megan
Good to
here,
see you here.
hanging out all day
Thank
today.
you so
Thank
much.
very
It was
for
good seeing
joining
you in
us.
person finally.
She just hit me. You just hit me.
Sorry.
So let's see. All right, we're going to talk about products we've seen on the show floor. Steph,
Yep.
what is one of your favorite products? 'Cause
One of
we're
my
gonna show some
favorite
videos.
products-
We're going to show some videos we shot yesterday.
Yes, we are. So I would say one of my favorite products I've seen just by walking the show floor a little bit was eGlass,
Oh, I
which is
love that.
very cool. This
Yep.
is for education. So this is for a
Well, it can
teacher.
be used in corporate too. If you're
I guess
doing
that's
corporate
true.
training,
I guess that's true. My natural thing was like, oh, this is perfect for a teacher
yeah.
because what it is like, you know, the days of turning your back to your class to write on the board.
Yep.
The whole idea is that this is a see-through like glass
Piece of glass,
board.
yep.
You write on it and then it shows up.
well, let's show the
also.
video. Let's
okay,
watch
yeah,
the video.
Watch the
Here,
video.
check this out. We shot a video yesterday. Let's watch this video. Roll them.
Guys, welcome to the eGlass booth here at InfoComm 2021. Bailey Pearson here with eGlass, showing you for the first time the world's first fully integrated light board with a built-in camera, commercially available. This is eGlass, and it allows me to write on the board without turning my back to my audience. And as you can see, it's connected to this display over here that flips my writing so that it reads correctly for you. My face is embodied within my lesson. So now I'm facing you, you see my facial expressions, and I can also bring in any digital content like this architectural drawing. Let's say that I am meeting with my team remotely and we're talking about emergency exit plans for a new flat we're designing. Well, I can pull in my digital content. It will remove the background automatically. And let's say we're here. Now I can say, okay, if you're in the den, you need to go down the stairs and escape out the exit here. That's just one of the many ways you can integrate your digital content, and you can see it up there reflected so that I am writing alongside this content with physical ink, with digital content blended together with my face, plugging straight into my computer. eGlass is available in 35 and 50 inches. This is the 50-inch. It has built-in lighting, so I can turn those lights on and off. I can adjust my instructor lights. This has built-in recording, built-in snapshot tools. It works great with Zoom, with Teams, with any virtual camera, digital whiteboarding application that casts your video conferencing. It just works as a USB webcam. So eGlass is great for commercial, education, virtual training, all sorts of stuff. So thanks for checking out eGlass at InfoComm 2021.
All right, so the next thing is the very first earliest thing I did yesterday
Okay.
was I was able to get in the show floor and tour the Intel meeting room, not booth, meeting room that they have on the show floor. They actually
Very
built
cool.
a meeting room, a private meeting room on the show floor.
A few people have done things like that, which
Yeah.
I think is cool.
Yeah, and it's limited entry, it's invitation only, and I got to see the Nook 11, also known as Tiger Canyon. Now, this product, you're going to want to watch this video. It's very short, so it's only like 45 seconds. But this product, there's two versions, a vertical and a horizontal version, has 4 HDMI ports that all 4 run 4K simultaneously, and it's for digital signage. So
Very
I can
cool.
imagine just going into every airport, every corporate
Yep.
application where you're doing multiple displays and you have to have different content on the displays, but you want to put the distribution from one system,
Yep.
so one network port running to it.
Exactly.
Watch the video.
Hi, I'm Paul Guillory, Product Manager for the NUC team at Intel. And we're here at InfoComm 2021, and we're showing the NUC 11 Pro. This is our flagship mini. It's also known as Tiger Canyon. It comes in a slim version and a tall. The tall being more expandable and having some more I/O, including dual Ethernet. And we're showing off its 4K display capabilities right now. And again, this is Paul Guillory at Intel. Thank you.
Okay, so I told you you'd like it. So you went over during CEDIA and toured Draper, which is our next video. Talk about Draper.
So Draper is like, they literally make everything. Like I
basketball goals. They make basketball goals.
Yeah, the basketball goals that you know in schools, they make those. They do smart shades, flex shades. They do a lot of mounts and things like that. Hence the basketball goals. Like I think everything, like literally everything. They can make it. And so I got to tour their factory in, I think it was Spiceland, Indiana. Yeah. So when I went to CEDIA, which was in Indianapolis, drove a little bit and got to tour their factory, which is huge. And it is in a town of like 750 people or something. And then every day when all the workers of the factory go to work, it's like 850 people. So they like double the size of the town every day when they go to work.
Just from one company.
Yeah, so it's very cool. But yeah, I really like them as a company. They're all just like extremely nice, and all of them love what they do.
Yeah, well, they introduced the Foundation officially here.
Yeah.
The Foundation LED mounts officially here at, in fact, they did it live on my Rants and
cool.
Raves. And then we did a video here of the Foundation mount system, which is specifically for LEDs. The future of display mounting is LEDs, as you know. And here, let's roll that video.
Yeah, let's roll the video.
Hello, Kevin Barlow here with Draper Incorporated at InfoComm 2021 in Orlando. Glad to be back in person. We're showing off our Foundation mount for LED video walls. This product was launched last year at InfoComm Connect, and since it was a virtual experience, really hard to appreciate it in person. But for those of you who couldn't make it to the show, we wanted to highlight this product. This is what we call an advanced product, meaning it's configured, typically very short lead time, available with any of the models and brands of LED in the marketplace for a flat indoor application. It includes a complete trim package. This is designed with the installer in mind, so we really focus on making it easy to do an excellent job installing the wall quickly and simply. Perfect results, any resolution, has very extreme XYZ adjustment. Again, if you are not able to make it to InfoComm, we've got this video for you, but we're also glad to do webinars, virtual lunch and learns, and come visit you in person. Please reach out to us. Again, Kevin Barlow at Draper. More information at draperinc.com.
So also yesterday I toured Christie's demo room, which is off-site here. So they are here. They're at InfoComm. They've been walking around, but they had like a particular demo that wouldn't really fit in an InfoComm booth. So they had me come down to their demo room, which is like, 15 minutes away from here. And I walk in expecting just to do a little interview, expecting to look at their projectors. And they said, no, you're going to be getting on a roller coaster simulator.
Oh, we
here
got video
you
of
go.
that. We got video.
Did.
Roll
we
this video.
did. Okay, we're going to show. It's just a short little video.
She's riding this ride here. Check it out. Look at this. It's
They
hilarious.
put glasses on me.
Did you enjoy this?
No, I did. It
It
was really fun. It was like some kind. It was like either Busch Gardens or like a very similar park that this is going to kind of be a thing in.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a virtual reality kind of thing but it was really cool. That I did not expect that we were going to be doing that, but their whole thing was like, look what we can do with the projectors.
Yep. Yeah. And by the way, we do have a video we shot of the projector that they introduced here, which is the 4K 25, a 25,000 lumen 4K projector. Only weighs 92 pounds.
RGB.
Let's roll that video next. It's laser RGB. Yep. Laser RGB.
Hello, this is Larry Howard. I'm the Senior Director of Sales for Entertainment for Christie Digital. I'm here to introduce you to the new Christie M 4K 25 RGB pure laser projector. It's 25,000 lumens, only 92 pounds. Can run on 220 volts AC or 110 volts for half of the illumination brightness. This projector can actually run at 220 volts at half brightness for 50,000 hours and not lose a single lumen of light. You can see here that this is the Christie TrueLife Plus electronics input panel. So you have HDMI inputs, you have HDSDI, you have DisplayPort, you have Christie Link, SDVOE, sync in and out. This package again is only 92 pounds, runs on 220 or 110 volts, 4K UHD resolution, a very simple to use LCD panel here to get through the inputs, to change the resolution. We have a full selection of lenses from ultra short throw to long throw. We have the cage. You can buy this in a package for rental staging with a lens, a cage, and a case. And you can find more information about this at www.christiedigital.com. Thank you very much.
So, you enjoyed the ride?
Yeah, I did.
Christie's new projector. I want to mention also, while InfoComm's going on, Sony has their AV virtual event going on at the same time. We're going to post a link to that right now.
Okay,
in
so
the
you wanna check it
description of
out?
this podcast, where if you're watching on LinkedIn, you can click that link and go check out
Exactly.
that virtual event. Of course, they're recording everything.
Yep.
So if you want to hang out with us and you don't want to miss anything, but as you know, they're our sponsor, our coverage, and they're a big part of what we're doing here, even though they're not physically here at InfoComm. They're part of our coverage here at InfoComm.
Exactly.
And by the way, we're going to come to you tomorrow at noon again.
Yep.
Tomorrow, third day of InfoComm.
We are.
We're going to go around. I'm going to go around and do another show floor tour today.
Very
so you can
cool.
Watch my LinkedIn if you want to look at that.
Yep.
But next week,
I want
we
to talk
have
about next week. So you obviously know that we are very grateful for our sponsors, Legrand and Shure. Like, they are fantastic. They're so supportive of everything that we do. And so I wanted to announce that next week we are going to have one of our very special pals from Legrand on with us to kind of talk about a few things, do a little education session. I don't want to tell you too much yet, but it's going to be a really great time.
Oh, they're going to
Very
debut
excited.
something on our show. They're going to tell you about something on our show that no one knows about yet. So
Very
tune
cool.
in next Wednesday at noon for her
Yep.
to join us.
Yep.
And
And
we're going to
also,
debut something really
We're
cool.
going to debut something so cool that we kind of have been teasing for like a month. So Shure did something very cool and very special for us.
Think purple.
Here's
Think
the
purple.
hint. Rave purple.
Think purple.
So,
Sure.
Yep.
Sure thought purple.
Yep.
Delivered purple.
Exactly.
We're going to sign off for now. We're going to
Yep.
see you tomorrow on Rave TV.
Yep. Thank
Live
you so much
from
for
the
joining us.
Live from HDBac booth here at InfoComm 2021 tomorrow at noon. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next
We're out
time.
of here.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's Rave TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary.